Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video. Today, Riot continues to surprise me. I don't know about you guys, so in League of Legends, we just barely got a new champion reveal for Akshan, and simultaneously, we got a new champion reveal for Legends of Runeterra, also Akshan. So I have absolutely no idea what this champion does in League of Legends because he's new. And we're getting him in Legends of Runeterra as well, which we've never seen before. They've only ever used existing champions, and they are releasing this together. Now, yesterday at the end of the Viego reveal, we had a ribbon come out as a little teaser for Sentinels. We had a little icon for the Sentinels kind of pop up. And yeah, so I kind of thought we would see some Sentinel interaction today, but not really a new champion for the Sentinels. So this guy, Akshan, I kind of looked at him because I was yesterday, because I was a little intrigued about the new champions that would be coming to the game and potential Sentinels. And this guy was supposed to be a Sentinel related to Lucian and Senna, so I looked him up a little bit, and he looked like he's from Shurima. And so I'm not for sure yet, but he is probably from Shurima. And that's, yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and watch the video here. Sentinels of Light. Akshan makes every strike count. All right, yep. So yeah, 2-drop from Shurima. So some interesting implications with this. So first off, kind of a negative, I suppose, about the implications is that I was kind of expecting Xerath, which we may still get as a champion expansion on his own. And the reason for that is the Buried Sun Disc. It's very weak. It was supposed to be an archetype I thought that would actually start getting kind of stronger if we got Xerath as a 4th Ascended champion, but we haven't. Instead, now we're getting Akshan, who's obviously not ascended. And anyway, he should be cool himself. I'm just kind of a negative. I thought it would be Xerath, and I'm kind of disappointed that we don't have him yet. But yeah, maybe we'll get him later as a champion expansion, solo champion expansion for Shurima. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, just a little bit of a negative, not too big of one. Anyway, Akshan is a 2-drop with quick attack. When I'm summoned or strike, summon a Warlord's Palace. Okay. We'll have to see what Warlord's Palace is, or advance it 1 round if it's already in play. So obviously it's a countdown landmark. And then to level up, you have completed the countdown on Warlord's Palace. When I level up, summon a Warlord's Horde. So this guy, fairly similar stat line to something like Diana. He's not getting Challenger when he comes out, but the 2/2 quick attack is pretty much the same stat line. And then he's summoning these Warlords' Palaces. So we're going to have to see what that does in order to actually see if Akshan is going to be good.
I do not break rules, I bend them slightly.
Alright, so there it is. 8. Wow. Create a relic of power in hand. When you target allies, advance me 1. Alright, so I think fairly easy to get this countdown, especially if you put it in a countdown deck. I don't know if that's how you're going to build him, but yeah, very similar to something like Jay Medarda, where you get a buff for, or you get card draw, I guess, for targeting Jay Medarda. That's interesting, but fairly easy, I think, to get this thing count down. Targeting allies, yeah, I think he's got him paired with Riven, so like Reforges are a really, really easy way to get kind of these cheap targeted spells onto your units and then count this down. And then not only that, when he strikes, he's actually doing a countdown as well. We're gonna have to see what it does though. So yeah, here's the Reforges. Cheap spell that we can use to get countdowns going pretty quickly. And then the strike. Alright, here's a new spell. Grappling Hook. I wonder if this is a signature spell. An ally that has been targeted this round strikes an enemy. Alright, so we get more of this targeted this is Arl the trackers, is the cry emoji, I think. Anyway, an ally that has been targeted this round strikes an enemy, so some more synergy with kind of this targeted. So this I'm assuming works with your own targets, right? So you reforge on your unit that count as your unit having been targeted. So I mean, at the very least, you're probably going to be paying 4 mana to spin this 3 slow speed spell, which is okay, right? It's kind of a more expensive single combat, except the enemy's not striking you back, which is pretty darn powerful. So you're able to take out a unit. This works well with other cards in Shurima, like Sivir. It works well with Demacia. We've got like Fiora. I don't know that she's any good right now, but Fiora, Draven, Shyvana. All these cards that really crave kind of these combat strikes are really good. I guess not combat since it's a slow spell, but these sort of strikes that help level up our unit. So pretty cool spell here. It's got kind of a condition that has to be met, which makes it a little bit more fair. So you're spending more mana than the initial 3, and that's okay. I like this spell. It's open to a lot of regions. All right.
Fixing the world one scoundrel at a time.
Ooh, level up. Yep. Okay, so a lot of people have compared him to like Assassin's Creed, and that's exactly what it looks like. Assassin's Creed Akshan. All right. When I'm summoned or strike, summon a Warlord's Horde or advance it 1 round if it's in place. So same thing, we get this Warlord's Horde, and we get more countdowns. All right, so that one completes Relic of Power. All right, so we get an option of 3 here. Let's see. So we can choose between any of these, it looks like. So kind of similar to Inner Sanctum. We get a choice. So we've got Relic of Power that's predicted, then draw 1. We've got one that is summon a Sandstone Charger, and then one that is grant all allies. +1/+0, so a permanent buff to everybody. Not everywhere though, so created cards don't count towards this. They're focus speed spells, which is pretty good for a Sandstone Charger, to be honest, on your attack if you get it on your attack phase. Predict and draw 1s. This is very similar to Time Trick, except this costs 0. All pretty solid cards. I don't know that, like, for a countdown of 8, like it seems like a heavy price, honestly. Now it's not going to take 8 rounds, of course, especially if you build properly around this guy, but I was kind of expecting more of a win condition with these cards, and this just really isn't it. Maybe the Warlord's Palace will be something a little bit better, but like I don't think these cards by themselves are winning any games unless you're able to get like a burst speed, burst speed Sandstone Charger effectively on your attack phase, and then are able to deal 5 damage. But let's go ahead and see what the Warlord's Palace does. It should show us eventually.
We laugh at death.
Alright, the Absolver. So a 2-cost burst speed spell. Give an ally +2/+1 this round. If you have leveled a champion this game, create the Absolver's return in hand. Alright, so we're getting a token card from this. So the like best way to compare this card is like a slightly worse Sharp Sight, because you're getting 2/1 instead of 2/2. Temporary buff, but we're also getting a token card out of it. So I mean, it's okay. Let's see what the token card does. The Absolver's return is a burst speed, fleeting. We'll get there eventually. Fleeting. Give an ally overwhelm +2/+1 this round. All right, so the total stat line is basically 4 costs to burst speed, and +4/+2 and overwhelm. So pretty good, I think, for a 4-cost spell, and we can use it on other units, and that's pretty good. So I can kind of see why we're pairing Akshan, right, with Riven and the overwhelm and kind of this extra attack stats and everything. So pretty cool. I'm a pretty big fan of these 2 cards.
Itself,
Not withering well.
This
It's kind of all dramatic. Like with quiet.
I thought we were leaving our dragons at home.
Hey.
Hug it out.
Hug it out? Is that what you just said? Alright, what are we getting from this? Took a long time, but I think we finally made it. Okay. So we finished the second, was it the Warlord's Horde? And this is what we get from it. So again, another option of 3, the Absolver's Resurrection. Grant all enemies vulnerable and create in hand a 0-cost copy of the strongest ally that died this game. So allied, right? Fount of Power, draw two. Your cards cost 1 less this round, so that's pretty good value. And then Shield of the Sentinels. Grant your champions everywhere spell shield and +2/+2. So some pretty solid options here. Again, though, I don't know that these are necessarily like win conditions themselves. They're all very situational. First of all very situational. So like if we don't have a lot of cards in hand, we draw 2, and then all the cards I'm assuming are -1. So I mean, at the very least, we're gonna have 2 discounted cards for the round. But if we don't have a lot of cards in hand, we don't get a whole lot of value out of that. Shield of the Sentinels, grant your champions everywhere spell shield at +2/+2. So I mean, the most value we're going to get out of this is if we've got, you know, champions on the board and are able to make use of them automatically. So again, like kind of situational. It depends on if we've got champions. And I think the Absolver's Resurrection is the one that gives us probably consistently the best value. It's not as situational as the other 2. We grant enemies vulnerable, create and copy a 0-cost the strongest ally that died during the game. So we're going to get value out of this no matter what. I don't know, like none of them really seem like they're finishing the game to me personally. I like the versatility and kind of being able to decide which one we want, but like a lot of them just aren't super good in a lot of situations, you know.
Impeccable taste, my friend.
I mean, it works well with Riven when she's got Overwhelm and she's on the board. What if she's not on the board?
Talk is worthless. We are what we do.
Okay. This is only the beginning. Anyway, so another teaser for tomorrow showing us that we didn't get to see all the spells that are going to be coming to the game. All right. Yeah, so we're day 4. The expansion hits next Wednesday, and we just barely got 2 new champions, so who even knows what's going to happen tomorrow? I have no idea. Okay, so initial impressions of Akshan. Am I getting it right? Akshan. Gotta remember this guy's name. Yep, Akshan. Pretty cool. I kind of like. He seems to be more of a complex champion. Seems to have spells that work with a lot of different regions, which I really like. And could potentially. He doesn't need to be in like a landmark, in an advanced landmark. Deck style in order to get value out of its Warlord's Palace and Warlord's Horde. So that's good. You can use targeted spells and abilities, well, unit target spells and abilities to level him up, and that's great. You could also pair him with Demacia and use strikes. You could use Siphoning Strike. You've got, you know, quite a few strikes in Shurima itself. So like he can stand on his own in Shurima, and I think we're going to be able to pair him and at least experiment with him in other regions. Which is good. A lot of that wasn't available to us during this last expansion with Echo, Pike, and Rek'Sai. They all seem very rigid in how they are supposed to be played. I mean, Akshan even has a predict himself, so I mean, maybe like probably not since it's just the one, but I mean, maybe we could play him with Echo or something. But anyway, so yeah. On that level, I'm really excited. Akshan seems to be cool and able to be used in other regions. Now, I don't know that his Warlord's Palace and Warlord's Horde are really doing enough as win conditions themselves. I think that this guy is going to be more of a support champion for other win conditions. And like so we saw in the video, right? Riven's got Overwhelm. We can use Akshan's, these tokens that you're getting from Warlord's Palace and Warlord's Horde to power up your other champions and help you win the game that way. Akshan himself as a win condition on his own, probably not. I just don't see it. Some of his spells are really cool. The Combat Strike, the Grappling Hook, or whatever it's called. We'll find it eventually. Maybe skip around here. There it is. Grappling Hook. It was Grappling Hook. Really like this spell. Pretty cool. Works in Demacia and other things. We've got the other 2-cost spells or whatever. +2/+1, and then the Overwhelm +2/+1. Those are pretty cool. Obviously a very important part of his kits so that you can level him up by reducing the countdowns on the Warlord's Palace. So yeah, not too bad. We'll see what we get with the other cards during this reveal and expansion, I guess, on its own, this Ruination expansion. We'll see if we'll get other champions as well. I have no idea where they're going with this. I'm expecting cards every day. It'd be kind of weird if they didn't, but who knows at this point what we're going to find out. Anyway, that's probably it. Let's see if we got any other cards here. We can click here real quick. See if we get some other cards. See if we got everything. And I think we do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sentinels Horde. Yeah, we've gone through everything. So yeah, anyway, that's it. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything? What decks do you see Akshan fitting in? Where do you see him? What kind of regions do you see him synergizing well with? Is he good? Is he bad? Anyway, yeah, that's about it for me today. We'll see what we get tomorrow. It's been kind of an exciting couple of days here for champion reveals. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.